All right, this is the Chapter 1 test review. Test will be tomorrow. Suppose A and B are points. How many lines contain both A and B? One. You can always draw one line between 2 points, but there's no other way I could draw a line between those two. So 2 and 3 would not be right, and the definition of a line is the shortest distance between 2 points. Okay, next, which 3 points in the figure are collinear? What does collinear mean again? On the same line? D, yeah. Points A, D, and E form this line. None of the other 3 points make a line. Name the intersection of the plane that contains A, B, and D and the plane P. Well, ABD is right here. And the intersection of that triangle and plane P is what? Where does it touch the plane? BD. Yep. Good. Okay. What is the length of XY? Well, how many units are there? 16. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1 and 11/16. All right. Given that A is between Y and Z, so I usually just stop there and start my drawing here. Y, Z, A is somewhere between. YA is 14x. AZ is 10x. And YZ, this whole thing, is 12x plus 48. Well, what do I know about this segment and this segment when I add it together? It equals the whole thing. So I can just write an equation like that. So I have, what, 24x equals 12x plus 48. Subtract 12x. 12x equals 48. So x is 4. Did it ask what x was? Is that what the question was? No. What was the question? AZ. So be careful, because do you see that 4 is an answer choice? You do all this work and then you pick 4 because that's what you got. Always make sure you're answering the question. So AZ is 10x. So 10 times 4 is 40. Make sense? Okay. Next problem, find the length of HJ. Well, I could say 16.8 plus, I'll just call HJ x, equals the whole length, 29.1. So 12.3. Okay, find the value of x if s is between r and t. Rs is x plus 3, st is 5x, and rt is 57. So x plus 3 plus 5x equals 57. Is that how you set it up? This segment plus this segment is the whole length. So 6x plus 3 is 57. 6x is 54. So x is 9. And this time that's what they wanted. They wanted the value of x. Midpoint question. How do you find midpoint again? add the x's and divide by 2. Add the y's, divide by 2. It's the average of the x's and the average of the y's. Okay? So if I'm going to add negative 4 and 5, what do I get? Negative 4 plus 5. 1. So divide by 2. Don't even need to do the y because there's only one that has 1/2 as an answer for x, right? But if I wanted to find the y coordinate, I would take 7 plus 3, which is 10, divide it by 2, get 5. So it should be 1/2 comma 5. Make sure you know how to find the midpoint. Okay, use the figure below to answer the following questions. What type of angle is angle BAC? Well, that's this right here. I'll probably give this to you on paper to answer your question, just so you can make marks on it. Might help you visualize it. BAC, acute, yep. Use a protractor to measure the angles in the figure. Which segment is an angle bisector? Looks to me like CD, without even measuring, because I don't see two other angles that look to be equal. Come on board. Use the figure below to answer the following questions. Find the measure of VSW, put this to the top, if WSR and VSW are complementary. What does that mean? Complementary? 90. So WSR, this angle, plus this angle, equal 90. So really, this whole thing is a right angle, right? And it says WSR is 4 times the measure of VSW. So let's call VSW x. How would I write WSR in terms of x? It's 4 times 4x. And I know altogether those two angles add up to be 90. Right? So this is 5x equals 90. X equals what? 14? But it doesn't want that. Well, it does. Or is it 18? Sorry, 18. 5 goes into 90. 1, 8. So it did want what VSW was, which is x in my drawing. Okay. Which pair of angles, so forget all of this and let's concentrate on a new question. Which pair of angles are supplementary? Supplementary means they add up to 180. So USV here and VSW here. VSW, WSR, those are complementary, not supplementary. TSV, so this whole thing, and VSW. Yes, there's a line. Okay, so it's this one. Which angle is a vertical angle to UST? Well, vertical angles are created by intersecting lines. This one is vertical to this one. So it would be WSR. Good still? If the measure of VSR is 8x plus 18, I'm going to go back up here now. VSR. Okay. Find the value of x. What does this symbol mean? No? Perpendicular. If something's perpendicular, where they intersect is what kind of angle? A 90 or a right angle. Okay? So this symbol means perpendicular, meaning where they intersect, where US and VS intersect, is 90. Well, US and VS intersect right here, so that angle is 90. But we also know that angle is 8x plus 18. So all I have to do, set that equal to 90 and solve. Okay, and now find USW if the measure of USW is right here, 7x minus 34, I think it was. Are you finished? Thank you. And TSR is 4x plus 29. TSR. So what is special about the sum of those two angles? What do they make? This angle and this angle. They make this line, which means they're supplementary, which means they're equal to 180 when you add them up, right? Don't all talk at once. Okay, so 4x plus 29 plus 7x minus 34 equals 180. Now I just need to combine my like terms. Minus 5 that right? Plus 29. Make sure I wrote these down right. 7x minus 34, 4x plus 29. That's right. Seems like it shouldn't be a fraction. Is it? What is 185 divided by 11? I've done something wrong. USW and TSR. USW, you guys, nobody's paying attention to me, apparently. USW, TSR, TSR is right here. That is 4x plus 29. So what's special about those two angles? They're vertical. So what do? Set them equal to each other. So I like that. Problem was not coming out with an even number. So, okay, 3x equals what? What is it?
63.
Thank you. Is that what they wanted, though? X? What do they want? 7x minus 34 is USW, right? So I've got to put 21 in. What is that? 113. There's the answer. Make sure you read the question and you're answering the question. Okay, what describes this figure? How many sides is there? 5. What's the word for 5? A 5-gon, pentagon. Yep. And is it convex or concave? Convex. There's no vertex that's going into the figure, right? And is it regular? What does regular mean? What's the word regular mean?
All sides equal?
All sides are equal. Are all these sides equal? No. So it is a pentagon, it is concave, but it is not regular. Or sorry, convex, but not regular, not concave. C. Okay. Use the figure below to answer the following questions. Which pair of angles are vertical? Let's just go through the list. RST, that's here, and TSU. TSU, are those two vertical? What do they make? What would be another name for those two angles? Supplementary? There's another word, another phrase. Linear pair? They make a line. Okay? So that's not the answer. TSU, and USV. USV. Those are not supplementary. Those are not vertical. What are they? Complementary. You add them together and you see the right angle symbol here. So those are not vertical. RSX and TSU. I think we found it. Which angle is supplementary to USB? Well, USB is right here. So there's several, there's two that would be. Actually, there's only one that would be, and it is RSV. There would be another one if the line extended. Find the values of x and y. Well, how can I find x? What's the relationship between TSU and USB? They're complementary. They make a right angle, right? So what do I know about the sum of those two angles? Equals 90. So I just set up an equation. Right? So x is 10. So now what can I do here? What's this angle measure? Nope, I just found x to be 10.
50.
Thank you. That's 50. What does this whole angle have to be then?
130.
130. And I know it is 10y plus 10. So I just set 10y plus 10 equal to 130 and solve. So x is 10, y is 12. Bonus. Find the measure of angle A if A is supplementary to B B is supplementary to C, because B and C must make a line. And the measure of angle B is 12x plus 8. And C is 8x minus 8. So everybody see that the angle that's supplementary to B is also equal to the other angle that's supplementary to B? That's a good postulate. Okay. But in order for me to solve for C, which then gives me A, what kind of equation can I set up? What do I know about this angle plus this angle? 180. So I can just set up 12x plus 8, if my pen would work. I don't know why the board does this to me. Okay, see if that worked. Oop. Plus 8 painful, plus 8x minus 8 equals 180. Combine like terms. And what does x equal to? 9. Is that what they wanted? X? Nope, what they want? Measure of angle A. So to find the measure of angle A, I need to find the measure of angle C because these two are vertical. Put in 9 for x, 72 minus 8. So A must be 64. Find the value of y if m is the midpoint of Ln. Well, if m is the midpoint, what do we know about Lm and Mn? They're congruent. Yep. So all I have to do is set these two equal to each other and solve for y. Any concept in here that is still challenging you? The test will look just like this, not the same problems, but it'll be multiple choice. I'll go ahead and, like I told Sierra, I'll give it to you on paper. That way you've got an opportunity to draw on the figures and write in things that you need. Okay? And then we'll start in on Chapter 2 on Wednesday. Once everybody finishes the test early, then you can start looking at Chapter 2 tomorrow. All right?